Assalamu alaikum guys. So welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss the topic of energy, specifically kinetic energy and gravitational potential energy in O-level physics. If we define energy, first of all, if we talk about definition of energy, it is the ability of a body to do work. एनर्जी किसी भी बॉडी की काम करने की सलाहियत होती है. Whether it's work done in terms of physics, that is the product of force and displacement parallel to that force, or general work that we do in our everyday life like running, exercising, studying, etc. The SI unit of energy is joules. Why? Because energy is work done, ability to do work, and the SI unit of work is joules. Third important point is that energy is a scalar quantity, which means it has only magnitude and unit, it has no specific direction. Any body can store energy in multiple forms. But before that, before studying those specific forms, we need to understand law of conservation of energy. So we are now going to study law of conservation of energy. It states energy of a closed system remains conserved. Now there are two key points. The first of all, it is closed system, and the second keyword is conserved. Closed system is a body or an object which is not affected by any external means like temperature, pressure, or force. And conserved means the total remains same, which means energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can convert from one form to another. एक एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं जनरल. अगर एक गाड़ी रेस्ट पे खड़ी है तो उसमें पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है, और अगर एक हाइट पे है तो ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है. जैसे ही वो गाड़ी चलना शुरू होगी उसकी पोटेंशियल एनर्जी काइनेटिक एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट होगी, राइट. अब उसको जो चीज पावर दे रही है उसके इंजन को, बैटरी में होता है केमिकल. तो बैटरी की स्टोर्ड केमिकल एनर्जी इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट हो रही है, इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी काइनेटिक एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट हो रही है. दिस इज हाउ सम एनर्जी ट्रांसमिशंस टेक प्लेस एज पर द लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी. The main forms of energy that we were talking about are: number one, kinetic energy; number two, gravitational potential energy; number three, thermal energy, thermal or internal energy; number four, chemical energy; number five, elastic strain energy, and etc. Now, amongst these energy forms, kinetic and gravitational potential energy are those whose numerical calculations are required in exams and are frequently tested in paper 1 and paper 2. So now we are going to discuss kinetic energy and gravitational potential energy. If we discuss about kinetic energy, EK, so it is the energy possessed by a body due to its motion or speed. It is the form of energy possessed by a body due to its motion, or in other words you can say speed. The formula to calculate kinetic energy is the formula to calculate kinetic energy is EK, that is kinetic energy, is equals to half multiplied by m multiplied by v squared, where m is mass of body in kilograms and v is speed of body in meters per second, or you can say velocity of the body. But since kinetic energy or any other form of energy is a scalar quantity, we consider v to be speed. Since mass of a body remains constant, therefore kinetic energy is directly proportional to the speed का square, which means greater the speed, greater the kinetic energy. Now let's consider some examples regarding kinetic energy, and then we will move towards gravitational potential energy. Consider this sphere at two positions A of mass 10 kg, at two positions A and position B. Let's assume the speed of this sphere at position A is 5 meters per second and it is moving in forward direction. Now if I want to calculate kinetic energy at A, EK at A, I will apply the formula half mv square, that is half 10 into 5 squared, 2 1s are 2 5 are 10, 5 into 25, and the answer will be your kinetic energy at position A. Let me bring my calculator, hold for a second. Sorry for the interruption, now let's continue. 5 by 25 is 125. 125 joules. Now if we want to calculate its kinetic energy at position B, assuming the speed is now 10. So kinetic energy at position B will be half multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10 squared. 2 1s are 2 5s are, and 5 into 100, that is 500 joules. Let's say in another scenario, either examiner either examiner can ask you to calculate kinetic energy at a specific point of time where speed is a certain and mass is also certain, or he can ask you to calculate the difference in kinetic energy. So delta Ek will be 500 minus 125, that is 375 joules. But this is a long term approach, which means, and in exam we do not have enough time to go for this approach. Therefore, we need to learn a direct formula to calculate the change in kinetic energy of a body. So, formula to calculate change in kinetic energy is half multiplied by m multiplied by v square minus u square, where m is mass of body in kilogram, that is constant, and v is final speed and u is initial speed. Now let's apply this formula in this scenario. So delta Ek will be half multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10 square minus 5 square. That is 375 joules. So in exam, I would prefer to use this formula instead of calculating initial kinetic energy, then final kinetic energy and subtracting them. Now we have to go for gravitational potential energy. If we talk about gravitational potential energy, that is GPE. So it is the energy possessed by a body due to its position in gravitational field. यानी अर्थ में जिस पोजीशन पे ऑब्जेक्ट रखा हुआ, जितनी हाइट पे रखा हुआ, उसके पास उतनी ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी होगी. Gravitational potential energy can be expressed using the formula Gp is equal to m, or you can say Ep is equal to m multiplied by g multiplied by h, where m is mass of body in kilogram, g is gravitational field strength, that is 9.8 meters per second square or 9.8 newton per kg, and h is height of the body from the ground in meters. Since m and g are constant, since they both are constant, so GPA is directly proportional to height. Greater the height, the greater will be the gravitational potential energy. Now we have to calculate change in gravitational potential energy. Let's say a box is placed at position A. The mass of the box is 10 kg and its height from ground is 8 meters. If I want to calculate gravitational potential energy at position A, I will apply the formula Ep is equals to m into g into h, that is 10 into 9.8 into h, 8 784 joules. अच्छा, अब आप में से किसी के सवाल होगा कि हमने 10 क्यों नहीं ली ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड स्ट्रेंथ की वैल्यू। जो अपडेटेड सिलेबस है उसमें ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड स्ट्रेंथ की वैल्यू एग्जामिनर क्वेश्चन पेपर पे प्रिंट करके देता है कि 9.8 हमने कंसीडर करनी है अनलेस एंड अनटिल उसने स्पेसिफिक वैल्यू ऑफ 10 बताई भी ना हो किसी क्वेश्चन में, तब तक हम 9.8 ही कंसीडर करेंगे। नाउ assume that I move this box to a position B that is at a height of 20 meters from the ground. If I want to calculate gravitational potential energy at position B, I will apply the formula m into g into h, that is 10 into 9.8 into 20, 1960 joules. If I now want to calculate the difference, that is delta EP, so I will subtract 1960 by 784, so my answer will be 1176 joules. But again, in exam we won't have enough time that we calculate gravitational potential energy separately until unless it is asked in the question. So we will apply a direct formula. GP expression किसका है? M into G into H का. Therefore, since M and G are constant for a specific body and a specific location, height can vary, and greater the height, greater the gravitational potential energy. Therefore, delta GPE, change in gravitational potential energy, also depends on M into G into delta H. That is change in height. Now, if I want to calculate change in gravitational potential energy, I can apply a direct formula. That is M into G into delta H. M is 10, gravitational field strength is 9.8, and delta H is final height, that is 20 meters from the ground, that is an initial height, that will be the difference in height delta H. So 10 into 9.8 into 12, that is 1176 joules, and our answer is same. So in exam we will go for this approach, that is a direct formula. The last possible case where we will apply the law of conservation of energy and equate kinetic energy with gravitational potential energy. Now let's discuss that. Let's say a body is moving down a ramp. The mass of this box is 10 kg and its speed, it's at a height of 3 meters from the ground. Initially it at 0 meter per second at position A, and we are asked to find its kinetic energy at position B. Therefore, when kinetic energy is asked. Through gravitational potential energy. Therefore, the gravitational potential energy at the start, which is possessed by this box due to its height from the ground, will convert into kinetic energy as it gains speed. And we consider this surface to be smooth, that is frictionless. So, kinetic energy at the end is equals to the gravitational potential energy at the top, that is m into g into h, that is 10 into 9.8 into 3, that is 294 joules. Let's say in another case we are asked to find the speed of the body at position B. So we can either go for kinetic energy formula, that is half mv square, and we can find the speed, or we can equate the kinetic energy with gravitational potential energy like this. When speed is asked, that is half mv square is equals to m into g into h. M will be cancelled with m, that is half into v square is equals to 9.8 into 3. Half into v square is equals to 29.4. V square over 2 is equals to 29.4. V square is equals to 29.4 multiplied by 2, that is 58.8, and V is equals to under root of 58.8, that is 7.66 meters per second. Either we can go for this approach, or either we can now equate kinetic energy with half into 10 into v square. 2 ones are 2 fives are 294 divided by 5 is equals to v square. 294 point is 58.8 is equals to v square, and v will be 7.66 meters per second. Okay, so all the calculations are like this. That's it from my side for today. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.